the city manager to discuss and determine action on Councilmember Chen's request to consider displaying in-gallery trust in the council chamber. From staff, please.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the Council. I'm Katie Wan from the City Manager's Office. Item 9E is in response to Councilmember Chen's request from the March 6, 2019 Council meeting to consider displaying the national motto, "In God We Trust," in the Council chambers. Should your honorable body choose to move forward with a display, staff will bring an item forward at a later date with various options and price points for your consideration. Staff does not have a recommendation for this item. Rather, at this time, we ask that you discuss and determine action on Councilmember Chen's request.
I'll hear from my council's suggestions, concerns.
Maybe, should I start off or should other folks start first?
You can start.
Okay. I just want to thank you, Katie, and since I brought this up, I just want to share with you some of the thoughts I had in mind in bringing this up. Living in this city for many years and serving this council for a little bit over 8 months now. As I see how the city is traditionally, we have been a city that is very patriotic. We have one of the longest living Memorial Armed Forces Day parade. We have hometown heroes.
Amen.
We begin every council meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. And we also begin every council meeting with an invocation. I see that the congressional motto, the national motto, "In God We Trust," provides a nice way to complete what our city really stands for. And it's not promoting one particular faith or religion on someone else. It's just a symbol, just like the rest of our city. You know, one nation under God is in our pledge. And I was not asking for anything fancy, but this is what I'm bringing up to the council to consider. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Herring.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to concur with the remarks from Councilmember Chen. While America is a very pluralistic community and society, historically this has been the motto for America. It is enshrined on our coins, our monies. In God We Trust. It's our national motto. It's our mantra. And I would be opposed to any kind of particular religion if it was pursuing a particular religion, and it's not. But as I said, that it gives us a more grounding and a north point in which we are guided for as a country. That we should have some values, a foundation that is rooted and grounded in an eternal God as you understand God. And that's coming from a perspective like the AA, Alcoholic Anonymous. It's a God as you understand God, a belief in a higher power other than yourself. And so it's not advocating that Torrance leans towards a particular faith group at all, but it's just a way of saying that we too adopt the moral groundings, if you will, the motto, "In God We Trust."
Thank you, Councilman. Councilmember Rizzo.
Thank you, Honor. I was kind of giving this a little bit of thought, and I can appreciate the comments made by Councilman Chen and Councilman Herring. And I can appreciate the fact that you're thinking, something simple, but I kind of kicked in a little bit when I saw that this was adopted in 1956, so I kind of went to a grander scale on this a little bit, because 1956 was the same year that the city of Torrance was voted as an all-American city.
Wow.
And we see that plaque sitting up on the wall in the council offices all the time. So just above the little goodies that we all go and get around and all the church fest. So I had some discussion with some folks, and an idea popped in the head here of a potential, I guess, Freedom Hall. In other words, we've got this west hallway out there with some pretty bare walls. That potentially we take this and maybe have some of our folks from the Art Museum put together some kind of exhibit of those things, such as the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution.
That's a great idea.
And some other items throughout history that identify who we are as a nation. And perhaps display that in a hallway out there in the West Hall.
What about thou shalt not kill?
And with that, I would suggest that maybe, we send this over to the Citizen Development Enrichment Committee to hear design ideas from the folks from the Art Museum as far as putting on that kind of display, which would include the national model that was adopted in 1956 and potentially pulling out our plaque that we have up in the office and also displaying that out in the hallway as well. So those are kind of my thoughts on that. And hear what the council members have to say.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilmember Goodrich.
Thank you, Mayor. I did have a couple of our citizens give me some verbal feedback on this issue throughout the last few days, and there were people that were not of Christian faith, and they expressed some concerns in that to them God denotes a Christian faith, and which they are not. This is, in my opinion, a more complex issue than just a simple 5-minute discussion here tonight. So I was trying to figure out a way to move forward on this to gather more public input, and just hearing Councilmember Rizzo, I think he's got a great idea, and there may be a way to expand this into something even larger and greater to showcase the city. So I think that's a good idea, and I would be willing to entertain this in the committee and allow for more citizen input as well.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilmember Matucci.
Thank you, Mayor. I also concur with Councilman Chen. I think it would be a great way to display our patriotism here in Torrance. Really, I don't see this as a religious thing. At least I see this as the foundation of our country. I see this as the God-given rights that we have as free people. I just don't see this as my God or your God. I see this as what our founding fathers wanted to see. And what I would love to see here on this wall is "In God We Trust."
Thank you. I think I would appreciate. Sorry. Councilmember Griffin.
Thank you, Mayor. I had the privilege to go to Washington, D.C. last week for the National League of Cities, and I was even given the even greater opportunity to get onto the floor of the House, and that's where all of the leaders that represent all of us, our whole country, come together to make decisions for our whole country. And immediately over the rostrum where the speaker stands and conducts the meetings is the words "In God We Trust." And without even knowing about this item, I just saw that, and it just spoke to me of the historic nature of that, and how our country was founded on that belief. And I know there's people that think that there's religion involved in this, but I don't think that it was ever intended to have any religious background. I think I've talked to so many people in so many different religions or non-religious, and we all have some sort of God that we look up to, and so I think that this is kind of a universal statement that works for most people. Maybe not everybody, but I think it greatly works for most people, and it's such a historically founded motto, and that's why it is our national motto, and I think it was super impressive to just see that. Nothing else, just "In God We Trust" right over the speaker's rostrum, and I'm sure that that's displayed in many, many, many places throughout our country where our various leaders conduct business, and I think that I think that would be appropriate here as well.
Thank you, Councilman. Sorry to catch you. There is a glitch. I concur with everybody up there. In some respects, some way or another. But I think the biggest thing is this is not the time or the place to determine all of those things. The what, the where, the how. That's better handled in the committee level where you come up with recommendations and say, here's where it goes. Behind me is the city seal. And, also the words, that wasn't there until 5 years ago. It took quite some time before we decided where it should go, how it should go, and when it should go. So I think the committee, much the same as the seal outside this building, how big it would be, where it would be, what color it would be, what it would be made of. I think that has to be done by the committee level where people can discuss it, get public input. We may have a little input tonight, but nothing at all what you need for something like that. So, Councilmember Herring, you have another comment?
I just wanted to make a comment on a comment that Councilman Rizzo made in terms of the All-American City. That was in 1956 for 1 year. Some organization every year selected a city to be an All-American City. It is somewhat interesting that we have not been selected since 1956.
I wonder why.
But we are American, we are an American city, and an American model has been since the founding of the original colonies. I think every colony was established as people who were seeking for religious freedom. Again, the term God is not necessarily, but I understand how it could be perceived as a particular faith group or religion. But again, if we look at it in terms of, I think our founding fathers and basically our nation, it's just our moral grounding. Where is our faith placed? Is it in ourselves? Who is the government? It's the government of the people, by the people, for the people. And we believe that we are endowed with certain inalienable rights. Where do those rights come from? Who are we endowed by? Has to be a power greater than ourselves. And so I think that the model is simply an affirmation of that, and that we are elected by the people to speak on behalf of the citizens who elected us. And so I think that we can take this motion and vote on it, up or down.
Councilmember Little. And to Councilman Herring, I don't disagree with you at all. I just think that it would look much better as part of an overall history displayed to the community along that wall, where people can walk to this city hall and walk down that hallway and see that history of who we are and where we come from as a people. Just my thoughts. Thank you, Councilman. Katie, I think you can sit down.
Thank you very much.
Anybody from the public?